What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today we are here with, well, the king of the road, Mercedes AMG S65 V12 BiTurbo. This thing is such an amazing, well, it's contained madness, really. It is an absolute beast, but it is also really sophisticated and comfortable and relatively quiet, and just it's everything in one car. It is so amazing. It is also for sale at Thijs Timmermans, so big thanks to Thijs for allowing us to take this car out today. It is a gem. 31,000 kilometers it has done. It has all the options, carbon ceramics, the beautiful polished wheels. So yeah, if you're interested, which you should be, this thing is for sale at Thijs Timmermans. Go check them out. Link is in the description. Again, big thanks. So today we're going to show you around it. I'm going to show you the spec, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Now, the S65, it is a relatively modest AMG, I would say. There are some subtle differences compared to an S63. An S63, I think, is more sporty, more in your face, it's louder, both exhaust wise and styling wise. This is a little bit more under the radar. You have a couple of nice things that set it apart. Namely, at the front you've got this special design bumper, so you've got more air going in, of course, for cooling. You've got a little bit of carbon fiber down here, but the high gloss, the chrome, this is what sets the S65 apart. It is very recognizable that way, and it has a hint of Maybach as well. I love it. I think it looks so cool. It's just so dignified. It's just an old man's AMG. It really is, and that's why I like it. I mean, I'm an old man at heart, so this is the stuff I love. Big chrome grille as well, not blacked out or big Pan Americana grills. No, just regular chrome grille. Everything is nice. AMG badge right there. Of course, you have the Mercedes logo on the bonnet there. We've got these LED lights. I'm not sure, these are not the optional Swarovski lights, I think, but you can get them. It's a very nice front. This is a 2015 car, but it still looks very fresh, I would say. And as I said, we've got the polished wheels. These are like two-tone, so you've got this like, yeah, gray, and then this super silver bit on the front. Looks awesome, with the golden calipers behind that of the carbon ceramic brakes. Really good brakes, they are amazing, and the pedal is great. It's like soft, but you feel like there's a lot of braking power there. It's judged to perfection. You don't want it to be too like bitey in an S-Class, so they kind of nailed that, to be honest. Tires, we've got Michelin Pilot Sport 4S, 20-inch wheels, and then we've got a 255 section at the front. Really good tire. V12 BiTurbo badge to let people know that you are the boss. Carbon down there, carbon mirror caps, and then at the rear, lovely quad exhaust. Relatively modest again. I mean, it looks amazing, but it's not over the top. You've got a little bit of carbon fiber there, and the previous owner was a very practical man, I think, and he thought, well, I just want to get going, so if I get a flat on the Autobahn, I just want to keep going. So there's a full spare wheel in here with a regular, you know, proper tire as well. That's very handy. You get that with the car, guys. Don't wait, buy it now. We should take a look at the rear seat, of course. Let's do that on the proper side. So this is very comfy, of course. This, however, of course, this is a bit outdated, but you've got like your navigation and radio and everything in here. It's not a touchscreen, it's old school. We've got nice AMG logo there in the seat, which is cool. Hope you guys can see that. We've got one here as well, the Autobahn logo. Just super nice leather seats, and Burmester audio, ambient lighting, carbon there, a Burmester speaker here on the roof as well, little mirror, stop, and then this is all covered in leather as well. It's so nice. You've got little pillows, super soft. You've even got a footrest. I think that's this one underneath the front seat. Yeah, this is amazing. It's so comfy. Another speaker down there, man. It's got a lot of speakers. So let's take a look at the engine, which of course is the party piece. V12. I mean, this is even this was a time that people were not really sure that the V12 would be continued, but here it is, the M279. It's the successor to the M275 6-liter V12 hand-built biturbo engine. Compared to the last engine, this has new turbochargers, new exhaust manifold, new cooling, new crankshaft, new head design. It's really a completely reworked engine, and it's got 630 horsepower and 1000 newton meters of torque, and that is limited, I think. It's also the reason that this car does not have 4MATIC, for instance. It's rear-wheel drive because the 4MATIC system can't handle the torque. Neither can the more modern gearboxes by AMG or by Mercedes. Just like with the previous S65, it has a gearbox that's not the modern one. It's not the 9-speed, it's the 7-speed. And even with the facelift, when I think the S63 got the 9-speed gearbox, this still retained the 7-speed because the 9-speed can't handle this amount of torque. It is an absolute freaking nuclear power plant, this. Big carbon cover. I'm not going to take it off because it's really too hot to handle, so I'm not sure I'll be able to get it back, but yeah, amazing. Amazing engine. It's also, the base of this engine is what you would find in a Pagani Huayra, for instance. It's the same like basic architecture, but that engine has smaller twin scroll turbochargers for less turbo lag and more, you know, aggressive performance. But it's, in essence, it's the same engine. It's amazing. So let's start it up. I love that. Let's do that again. I love that so much. That starter is so... Oh. That to me is just pure ASMR. That starter is that turnover is so amazing. I love that so much. And then you have this like steady idle with a little bit of sound. You don't have exhaust modes and stuff like that either. It's just always like this. Oh, and it sounds really, really good. It has like a true like V12 sound with a little bit of a burble. It is amazing. In here, 2 screens. Of course, this is like the previous system by Mercedes, so you have the rotary dial, which I actually prefer to all the touch stuff, so at least you have a physical dial, which is great. Another one there with beautiful analog digital dials, 360 on the speedo there, amazing V12 BiTurbo badge. And then, I mean, this interior is still, to this day, 8 years later, still so good. With the carbon, with the beautiful leather all over the place, with the diamond stitch in there, or it's not really a stitch, it's more like a pattern. And then the curved dash that runs into the door is so beautiful. Absolutely love that. Another Autobahn logo right there. And then, yeah, this steering wheel, this is the optional like sports steering wheel, I think. AMG wheel, which is fine. It's a nice steering wheel, but I think the standard one was like the 2-spoke. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. I'll insert a picture right now if I can find one. It is a 2-spoke. It's super classic and weird looking, and it's just absolutely lovely. Yeah, and then we've got the IWC clock, of course. So yeah, this is, if you've made it, this is what you buy, right? If you don't care about anything anymore, you just want to have the ultimate S-Class, the king of the road, this is what you buy. So let's head out and see what that feels like. If you are the king of the road, what does that feel like? How do you feel driving it? Well, you feel like an absolute boss, because this car is, it has so much reserve, it has so much to give, even though, you know, you're expecting a lot from it, but still it gives you more than you expect. Basically at every thing you do, it's more comfortable, it's super quiet, it's very, very fast, and it sounds really good. It just does everything so well. I mean, you can expect that, you should expect that from a car with you know, this price, but still, it's good that it at least meets your expectations, if not exceeds them. Because even though it's not as loud as an S63, there definitely is some sound. The horses were there, so I'm not going to floor it there, but let's do that here. I hope you guys can hear that as well if I do it here. It sounds like deep and dark, but there's no fuss. It's more grown up than an S63 with all the burbles and the bangs and the pops and all the nonsense. This is just... it sounds industrial. It's crazy. You have that whistle from the turbos, a deep bellowing growl through the exhaust, which is also new for this model, like 3 kilos lighter than the previous one, I think. Let's put it in sport mode, so the gearbox is a little bit more attentive. It's not the most responsive gearbox, of course. It is like 1 generation behind the other ones, but I kind of like it that way, because you have longer gears. So 0 to 100, 4.3 claimed. And the beautiful thing about doing that from a standstill is that you can feel, I'm almost sure that they have torque limits that raise every gear, because when you do it from a standstill, you can feel like 0 to 100, not that quick, relatively speaking, for 630 horsepower. But you can feel that when it shifts to second gear, you have a little bit more power. Then it goes to third gear, you have quite a bit more power. And then if you keep going to fourth gear, fifth gear, it feels like it keeps getting faster with every gear, and that is a very cool experience. It's sort of a self-enhancing thing, that the faster you go, the faster it feels, which is very unique. Because it is very, very fast. It picks up well. It's got those long gears, so just feels like it takes really big steps. So at the Autobahn, of course, this is what they built this car for people who want to cover a lot of distance as fast as possible, as comfortable as possible. That is basically what this is. An S63 is that as well, but this is that just amplified. So, as standard, you've got a limiter at 250 kilometers an hour. This has the optional raised top speed to 300. Which still, I mean, 300 still is nothing for this car. I hope that I will be able to show you, because it is quite busy today. A lot of German people are going to the Netherlands again because the sun is out. And it is a Saturday. Okay, so here we go, full throttle. Gearbox has to think for like half a second, and there we go. And again, the shift, it just feels like it goes even faster after the shift. And then again, another shift. And again, we're at 240 and it seems like it's accelerating even faster. That is very, very impressive. That was 275. Brakes, as I said, really, really good. Quite a soft pedal, but then when you push through that, you know, it's definitely there. And there we go again, full throttle. And the sound is so good. You hear the V12, you hear a little bit of exhaust, but it's not too dominant. And again, it just feels like the faster you go, the happier it is. It's such an incredible experience. Not a lot of cars share that with this car. I mean, you know, a Bentley is comparable in that sense, but this car is quite a bit faster than a flying spur, for instance. We measured 8.23 seconds, which is seriously quick. Man, it's so relentless. And just the way it delivers the power it's very effortless, you know. It feels like the car doesn't really have to strain itself. It feels like it has like 900 horsepower and you're just allowed to use 630 of it, but it's not really a big deal for the engine and for the car. It's an amazing feeling. That's that king of the road feeling. It's that reserve, that no matter what you do, you're not really straining the car. You don't even need that much space to get close to that 300, I think, but it is really, really busy. So we're going to turn around, I think, and try our luck on the other side. Now, of course, this generation S-Class also introduced a lot of like hyper modern safety features and comfort features. So we have the Magic Ride, which was only for the V8 models and the V12 models at the start. So we've got the ABC system down here, and that means that we are in sport right now, by the way. So that's the active body control or something like that. And the Magic Ride is a system that has radar or cameras that scan the road ahead, and then if it spots speed bumps or potholes or whatever, it adjusts the air suspension to that pothole. So it is mind-blowing, the stuff that they do with these cars. And also a cool thing is that the car leans into the corners, so the people inside the car don't, you know, lean either way too much. It keeps the car level, which is cool. So it spots the corner and then leans into it, basically. That's a quicker way to describe it. So what does it do in a corner? It's actually not bad. It stays super flat. I mean, it's not sporty by any means, but it is very, very impressive. So 45 going onto the Autobahn, not dangerous at all. There we go. Oh. Wow, picked up well that time. So these cars are a bit too close for comfort. And a bit too holiday-y. This guy's plate is too yellow. So yeah, we need to be lucky to be able to get close to the top speed of this car. There we go, little gap, let's see. Nope. So yeah, I'm not going to push it too hard today. Unfortunately, I'm not really going to be able to beat that 275 I think I did earlier. But we did record a top speed run, so if you want to check that out, click the top right corner. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks to Thijs Timmermans for letting us have a go in their amazing S65. It is for sale, link is in the description. You can check out this video, this playlist, or subscribe by clicking the big button right there. Thanks for watching, guys. See you at the next one.